Hello and welcome back to All New Nerds Podcast. It's episode something, 50 something.
It's in the
50 something. We're almost 60.
We have the four of us now. This is crazy. There's four people. I don't think we've been assembled all together like this in a very long time. It feels like
On the pod, certainly not.
on a podcast. But anyways, we have a lot to talk about.
Maybe not ever.
There is like
No.
I don't know.
First podcast
There's a lot to
appearance.
talk about. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, let's talk about that, Johnny.
Okay.
I think that we should address the elephant in the room. Gibbs on the podcast.
There's another guy in here.
There's another guy in here.
What's
What
up?
does
There's
that
another
mean?
dude. What's he doing?
There's another dude.
How did he get in here?
another-
Let him in.
Another all new nerd, perhaps another honorary member in
Yeah.
Dylan's words. I mean,
Question
you know,
Not
if
about
you've been,
Ben, about you.
If you've been following the channel for a while, you've obviously seen
Levi does
Ben.
it again.
What's
You-
up? I've
You've
been
obviously.
around.
What did I do again? What is it on?
You brought up an old thing that no one
I
would
did.
know.
I did a bit. I did a bit there. If you've been following the channel, you've seen Gibbs since the Bad Batch days. Bad Batch watcher Gibbs, and obviously,
Yes,
obviously, he was at us with us at Celebration. Big part of
Mm-hmm.
that, and you know he's Johnny and Dylan's friend before me. Obviously, I came into this equation, and you know we figured we should be part of the channel officially, and about time, right? So Gibbs, welcome to the All New Nerds officially. You are an all new nerd.
official.
I hereby christen you an all new nerd. So
We christen you the three.
It's so great.
Yeah.
and what a week!
Make it a
What a
force.
Another person to take our riches.
I know.
The millions of dollars that we make.
and what a week!
God,
Yeah,
you guys
what
have
a
no idea.
And now we split the profits into four.
and what a week to become an all new
Nice
nerd
even
because we got
True.
a lot of stuff to talk about.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
You needed the extra help.
Exactly.
Yeah, this was a week where
Johnny,
probably
at
need extra
any
help.
point over the weekend, did you lose consciousness?
Well, we were at a big dinner, a birthday dinner. He was almost losing consciousness
Yes.
with all these
It
announcements.
was? Why?
The Daredevil announcement.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
18
not-
episodes?
yeah.
Oh,
There's a lot of
18. That seems like too many to me.
Is that what we want to get into right now? Because
Let's do it.
I'll go off, King.
Okay.
Daredevil is back like in full swing, huh?
I think 18 episodes is too many.
Crazy.
Dee Dee's back,
Crazy.
baby.
No, I don't
But
agree, man.
I sort of like that it's back
back
to
to
their
Netflix
traditional, like
Yeah,
like
yeah,
all these
yeah.
Marvel shows are sometimes too short for me. I mean, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. got 7 seasons of like 22 episodes. That's crazy. It was all good.
The
Yeah,
6-8
all
episode
good.
thing is getting a
Daredevil,
little. I don't want
all
to say
good.
stale, but like I'm ready for these
They
longer.
just
Like
feel like long movies. Like,
Yeah.
I like
That's
when
why-
television can space out a storyline over.
part of a
bunch
reason I'm so
episodes.
excited for Andor is
Yeah.
that
It's
like we're
so
getting
long.
a lot of episodes. I mean,
Yeah.
think of
Yeah,
your shows like
exactly.
Breaking Bad. There's a lot of episodes in
Yes.
those seasons.
Yeah.
A lot of long episodes in those seasons.
Yeah.
And it's like
Yeah.
each one can kind of tell its own story and also lend things to the next. So it's good,
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, literally all the shows between Marvel and Star Wars have been quite short.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
this. I mean,
Eight
and
is-
like you
Mando's
said,
the longest out of any of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Andor in a
Easily.
couple weeks.
And I think Mando has done that the best.
yeah,
Out of at least the Star Wars shows with
For,
like
the
the
shorter
form
ep-
stuff where you
yeah,
still
yeah.
have the episodic episodes, but then like
Mhm.
each episode lends to the next. So
hmm
I don't know. I'm
Absolutely.
here for the longer shows.
18 sounds great
me
to
as
me.
well.
Yeah.
If it's
Yeah,
good,
18
it might not be.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
if
know,
it's-
that's
you don't want
Netflix
18
length, but
dads.
Yeah, I mean, true.
Yeah.
I
This
haven't
is,
watched-
quite a
I-
reboot. So
I haven't watched a week to week show that's that long in a long time.
Yeah,
Because
it's
obviously
not
all the
it. I
other-
mean,
Yeah,
streaming
Matt-
doesn't allow for
No,
that
that's-
anymore,
that's
really.
what-
Or streaming
yeah.
doesn't
That's the
ask
thing,
for
man.
that, I guess.
I've really been enjoying watching Better Call Saul like weekly.
Yeah.
It's like
Saul's been-
16
yeah.
episodes and just like
Yep.
it's like television.
That's still on
It's not
cable,
streaming.
right? That's still
Yeah,
it's
yeah. I
not
watch,
using
I watch it on live TV. I don't
Yeah,
do that
yeah.
for any other show except
guys
for
wanna-
Atlanta on FX.
Guys, can you believe that Rick and Michonne are coming back in the Walking Dead miniseries, 6 episodes?
Yeah,
wild.
that
so happy.
Walking
man.
Dead
That's the big
hasn't
news.
been good. And
That's the
quite
big. That's the
some
big
time.
news.
About-
of
we
the-
got
About
that out
I
of the
feel like a decade that hasn't been good, but that's
Yeah.
just me.
I don't know if we
Surprised
probably
Levi's not a Walking Dead fan.
introduced it, but SDCC was this weekend.
Yeah, San Diego
Yeah.
Comic-Con.
They just finished.
You're
Finished.
welcome.
Or no, sorry.
Probably-
Today we're recording on Sunday, which is the last day. I don't think there's anything too huge today.
don't think so
From like
either.
movie news, but yeah. So we're coming off SDCC. Obviously, none of us were there, but we have some
I was
friends
not
that were
there.
there. Said they
Not
loved.
there.
Oh,
Johnny's camera.
Yeah,
Johnny
well,
was
my
definitely not there.
Kevin Feige does not want him to talk
my
about
bad.
it.
Yeah. So it seemed like it was a great time, but quite hectic. There's a lot of apparently a lot of a lot of overcrowding and a lot of fights.
Fights, yeah.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, I heard that.
Apparently,
That's what
people were
Frank was
camping
saying.
in front of it all night, and like people were starting to get pushy with the lines.
Jeez.
and
Someone got
stuff.
pushed into a
'Cause
fountain.
Because
apparently.
so you know, Celebration had like
Outside.
huge, like wide lines.
Yeah.
At Comic Con, it's
Like one person.
narrow,
Wow.
Yeah.
very narrow.
Apparently, it's very
situation.
cramped and
Very
just-
That's
cramped.
awful. Yeah.
I know,
And
I
people
know
are like probably like stressed out, and they're like just
Oh,
getting
God,
bored
yeah.
of waiting, and
And
they're
it's
tired
sweaty.
of waiting in lines. Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
Celebration is kind of dogged on sometimes for its organization, but I feel like doing it and like they sort of do things in broad strokes of like big groups of people. It's not always an exact
Yeah.
science. I feel like that's way better than having to wait in single file line overnight at San
Right.
Diego Comic Con.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I'd
No.
much prefer that.
I agree.
Celebration over that. That sounds
Definitely,
awful.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
sounded like it was not the most fun event to
No.
attend.
Unless
But
you got into everything,
go-
where you
right,
got to
if
hear
unless you
about all
got-
this stuff
Yeah,
Tony's got to drop.
getting into a panel, I can't even imagine what it was like.
Well, hold on. Firstly, because we sort of just jumped into Daredevil because I knew Johnny, you're the most.
I don't. Let's.
We're excited about that.
Yes,
But I do want to address
very like.
I do want to address the elephant in the room, which is literally every other studio who was there just got absolutely demolished
Bodied.
by
Yeah.
what
They
Marvel
got
did.
bodied.
Yeah,
I didn't even. We'll talk about it. I didn't hear about any of the Avatar stuff, and I'm like one of the biggest
Like-
Avatar fans. Like I didn't hear any of that.
DC had his stuff. Who
Yeah,
cares?
that got swept under the rug too. The
Yeah.
Avatar stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
What was that?
Rock coming
DC?
out as Black Adam.
Here's why DC
that was
failed.
pretty funny.
Because no Henry Cavill. That was what everybody was hyped for.
no,
Everybody was hyped for Henry Cavill. And
But was that even
Superman,
real?
and
Was that
then-
ever real?
I always
know,
hear people
no,
are
it
hyped for
didn't
Henry
happen.
Cavill, and I always ask why. He's
I
fine.
asked why too. What is that going to do?
Like none of the
You're-
movies
you're
he
gonna
was
make
in
another
People
was-
just want.
Superman?
People like love him. People like. There's like a big fan base.
He
for Man
looks
of
the
Steel.
part,
I've never met
definitely.
one.
But like, yeah, I've never like really cared
It's
for
not my.
that
It's not my
Superman
favorite
character.
Superman movie
Yeah.
by any means, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Got
okay.
fans. It's got fans.
Oh well.
Yep.
But
Sure got
Marvel,
fans, but
Marvel dominated the weekend.
thing is
Easily.
That's what we should talk about.
DC kind of teased that The Rock might fight Superman. Maybe.
Yeah, the Rock.
Crazy.
It's actually
Super
hilarious. I don't know
The
if
Rock
you guys
fights
saw
Henry
this.
Cavill. And they just like
It's gonna take
put a
me a second to
camera in
pull
a
up,
ring.
but
That'd be
I guess
sick.
Well,
some
no,
funny
what we've
stuff
heard
and
so
stuff.
far is that Shazam, or rather, Black Adam, much like Shazam, will have a headless Superman cameo because they can't get an actor to play it, so it'll just be someone like nondescript Superman, which
Really?
Just like a Peacemaker too.
yeah, which
Yeah.
sucks. I forgot about they did that in Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's just
Yeah,
a
yeah.
silhouette.
Shazam and Peacemaker. Also, yeah, Shazam 2. It's kind of funny. They will definitely not be they will not be doing a third movie if the second one kind of fails, which it seems
The first one failed. I get so heated about
I
it.
really like the first one.
I did too, and I'm excited
like-
for the second one.
But like financially, that movie failed.
No,
This
yeah.
like I don't understand how this movie got made.
I gotta show a little something that happened on the stage. I think is kind of
Are you showing the Hot Toys image where
No,
Dwayne
no,
Johnson
no.
looks like an action figure?
Oh, yes. So he came out in the full suit on stage and just did this like he just stood there
yeah.
and everybody was freaking out.
He just stood there.
Wah! Wah!
It's The Rock.
It's him.
This is literally he was holding up on this like
Yeah, he's like this
this,
platform.
like,
I don't know if you can see, but he
platform.
looks like an action figure.
You literally
sort
look
of
like
see
an
it there.
action
Hot
figure.
Toys like Black Adam.
Wow.
So that was what
Hot
happened.
Toys
there,
Black
so
Adam life
I
size.
love that.
And I think that's the only thing that pierced the veil for me from DC because
That was the biggest thing I saw from DC as well.
I
Yeah,
literally
no,
haven't
too.
even watched the Shazam 2 trailer yet. So
It looks okay.
Looks good.
man.
Looks good. Why the
It'll
Shazam
be
hate?
fun.
I don't
hate
yeah.
Shazam, but
I didn't the first movie
I
didn't
like
land
the
with me.
first one. I love the director, David S. David.
Once again,
Love that.
my distaste for Shazam, I said this off screen, mostly just comes because Shazam made less money than Solo, and Shazam gets a sequel, and Solo did not. And
Yeah.
Solo was, and they're both,
Well,
and
okay,
Shazam's
Levi,
considered a
that's like-
success, and Solo's
I don't know
considered a
if that's a
failure.
take.
Okay, but yeah.
All right, what's
Well,
the show?
It's a different- I get what you're
I-
saying.
it's
I
just-
get
it
what
made
you're
me-
so much to
saying.
talk about.
It just made me salty at the time because DC is all
okay,
about
fair enough,
like
but-
we gotta make the money and they like this movie like bombs and they're like, oh, a sequel, please. And Lucasfilm was like, oh, we need to cancel movies
I don't
forever.
think it didn't bomb. I don't think it bombed.
It didn't bomb. It doubled its budget, but
Well, marketing and that's how movie. Anyway, it's just weird that Lucasfilm literally. I'm more mad at Lucasfilm because they're like, let's cancel all movies
I know.
ever
You're
after
putting it on
Solo.
DC, which is fair
Because
DC
because Warner Brothers
sucks.
also sucks, and Warner
Yeah.
Brothers like it makes me mad that even a even worse executive like Warner Brothers, like that branch, was able to see, oh, this movie has heart, people like it, let's make a sequel to it. even though it was not as financially successful as their other products. It just bothers me that just the dissonance between some of these executives. Like it boggles my mind.
Podcast.
Who cares? The point is that DC got dumped on.
DC got dumped on.
Let's talk about
I don't even know why we're talking about it.
No Batman, no Flash, no nothing. Just Black Adam and Shazam.
Yeah, I can't believe they didn't even say anything about the Batman. Like
nothing.
What? Nothing. Not even
nothing about Batgirl at all.
Nope.
Oh my goodness.
They just knew, dude. They knew Marvel was coming in.
Ben,
get this. Know they're failing.
And I thought there was a Batgirl trailer. I saw in my in my emails. I don't know, like sometimes they send you emails like notifications from certain websites you're signed into. And I saw like, oh, Batgirl trailer just dropped. I was like, oh, I'll check this out. And it was the Batgirl trailer for Gotham Knights. And I was like, God, do I not care? And like the way, but like the way they phrase it was like Batgirl trailer out now. And I was like, oh wow. And then
I will not be getting that game.
Gotcha.
Let's
talk about some fun news.
Yeah, let's move on.
Let's talk about the Black Panther trailer. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna do
go to trailer.
That's the biggest. I know, but that's the biggest thing that Marvel dropped.
Yeah, in terms of footage,
In terms of footage, yes. I mean, it's like the most substantial like announcement.
Yeah, we can talk about.
I think Johnny would probably say that the end of the last 1 second of the She-Hulk trailer was a better.
If we want to get into that,
as the better.
Yeah, there's a lot of exciting stuff. I was thinking we can just go in order of kind of how they announced it on Hall
whip up.
So.
Yeah, whip up the big old. Like they
got the tweeter going.
I'll just show.
Well, what stunned me was that Phase 4 is over this year. That surprised me. And then
it's also had like way more products than any of the other phases. So I'm talking movies and shows.
Yeah, in terms of time, it's about equivalent.
Here's
oh really?
Yeah.
Here's what we got here. So so they started out with doing a Guardians thing. James Gunn came out, and I think most of the cast came out. I think
that was. They didn't start with that. I don't think. That's why I would advise just let's pull up the long graphic, like the timeline ones.
Because you want to do that? Okay.
Because the Marvel Studios Twitter was not properly keeping up.
No, it's out of order. That's what I was trying to say earlier.
Yeah. But yeah, the fact that Phase 4 is coming to an end, I just want to briefly touch on the fact that I think Phase 4 will probably go down as just very similar to Phase 2. In the way that it's got a lot of good and some just like I think it's almost identical to Phase 2. In fact,
once Phase 4 comes to a close, we should tier list them
in terms of quality. I think because now that we know this is I just want there's no reason to wait to talk about this, but now that we know that this next section, there's the first 3 phases were the Infinity Saga, this is the Multiverse Saga. Viewing it in that context, I was saying this last time when I was talking about how there are threads there that are building to something with the incursions, and now that's confirmed.
Well, now we know what it's called.
I think that Phase 4 will get a little bump from that alone.
I mean, it needs that Avengers, or it needs that project, that like ties it all together, makes it all make sense.
It's not going to. Avengers is going to be Phase 5.
Is that?
Yeah, Avengers is Phase 5.
Oh, that's the
Phase 4 is not going to have an Avengers. Yeah, but I think once it's all said and done and we see where it's leading into Phase 5, I think people look more favorably upon it.
Yeah. So here's the I'll pull up here. Here's the full timeline of the next 4 phases here.
A lot of stuff.
So yeah, that's what we got. And so yeah, actually, you're very right. This is very much out of order, or how they did it on Twitter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyways. So yeah, Ant-Man the Wasp. They showed an art piece. They officially publicly released an art piece that shows Kang
with
a little
Kang
bit,
on
which is cool.
Jonathan Majors came out and said he said there will be conquering, which I liked.
Yeah. And they showed I'm forgetting Ant-Man's daughter's name.
Cassie Lang.
Yeah, Cassie Lang in her suit and stuff, which is cool. I can see if I can pull that up as well. Yeah, they also showed a trailer which I just found that was leaked online, but I haven't watched it yet. But
yeah, I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
let's pull that down.
I don't want to get shut down.
But, no. I wasn't saying we're gonna pull it up here.
So Quantumania is the first movie we're getting
in Phase 5
of Phase. Yeah, correct.
And then Phase 6 starts.
I weirdly thought that would have been
Fantastic
Phase
Four.
4. Just because Loki set up
we
the.
can see because there's another. You see?
Oh, I see. Yeah, that fall 2024.
Here.
Yeah. There's one before.
So yeah. But Quantumania, I'm excited. I'm honestly excited for it. I flip flop between my liking of Peyton Reed. I think he's like mid to really good.
Then he did that last episode of Mando.
But then he did Mando, and
you were like,
Ant-Man the Wasp is such a mid. mid-lead director.
Yeah. So
But,
that's
like,
kind of why I'm saying that.
Well, but Quantumania, I think, is gonna change that.
I
'cause
hope it. Dude, it really
Part of
seems
me
like a
feels
huge
like
movie.
Quantumania is gonna sort of be the Ragnarok of the like third entry. Like it feels like it's gonna be a lot.
But hearing that
We've been-
Kang's in it, and for it to start out the phase,
Yeah, it feels like it's gonna be a lot crazier.
I've been told
Mm.
that and I'm not told, like, I don't know, in the way that Quantumania, Guardians, and the Marvels are in sort of the same style of the goofiness from Phase 4 that people seem to not like those movies, because the big complaint right now, I think, that I see from MCU fans is that Marvel has gone too goofy.
Marvel's
in
gone
some
goof.
They've gone. It's all a little bit goof, and a lot of the sources who reported on a lot of this stuff way long ago. So I trust them. Like Secret Invasion and all that stuff has been in our head, even though it's like official now. I feel like I've known about these projects for a year.
It's been
We've
year
known
plus.
about it for a while.
The point is, up through the Marvels, that's like sort of those things have been done. And Kevin Feige they're going to do a gear shift, and they're trying to gear shift back into something, because they're building to the multiversal saga. Like really right after Infinity War ended, there were rumors of the next thing is going to be Secret Wars after Endgame. It was like, oh, they're doing Secret Wars next. And I think Phase 4, also because of COVID, sort of just ended up being like this.
For sure.
Yeah.
Ended up being like this, like, let's just we got to put something out, so to speak. We have to establish these characters, and where do we go?
It was always interesting because there were so many like multiverse ideas within Phase 4, but they never really connected. And again, it goes back to like, oh, they're just setting it up for
setting it up.
It's
But
so
I was always
confusing
waiting for the one
how
that's like,
everything
oh, this
happened.
is where it all ties in.
Yeah.
I think Loki's the linchpin.
They blame the No Way Home stuff on like the Loki stuff, but it seems very disconnected, like in terms of how it plays out. So,
but the movie doesn't blame it either.
Here's
It's like,
Ant-Man
that's a
poster, by the
complete
way.
behind the scene. Like it seems irrelevant almost.
Yeah. So I love this poster. Really, really cool.
is.
So, anyways, so there's that.
They could have made the
upgraded
characters
suits.
a little bigger, I think, on the screen. But good poster.
Right, good poster. But
Weird
yeah.
complaint,
So
huh?
that's Quantumania. I'm actually pretty excited for it. So, seems like it'll be good.
I mean,
And then after that is Secret Invasion,
Secret
which
Invasion.
I am really excited about. So everything we heard about this is that it's like dark, gritty. They showed a trailer in the room.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's it's just like the comic, which is you don't know who's the Skrull, who's not. Very, very Captain America, Winter Soldier type vibe.
Yeah, the thing is, I wish that like the Secret Invasion, like how I imagine it in the MCU, I imagine it being on a very much of a larger scale. Like it could be anybody, but it seems
you've been
like
on
just
Secret
kind of
Invasion, Johnny.
Yeah,
Johnny's
I
been the
love this.
Secret Invasion guy
love
for the
this.
past like 2 years, I swear.
I love the scrolls. I love the scrolls and all that stuff. But I feel like it's a very smaller. It seems like a very smaller scale show.
I was gonna say, doesn't it seem a little quick for like something as big as Secret Invasion to be the second project in Phase 5?
Yeah. I mean,
at least it's gonna be different, obviously, than like what we've gotten in like, the comics.
I mean, that's
and stuff.
a huge,
like,
huge
yeah. And so much comes out of that too.
Cap is a secret, is a scroll, like it's a sleeper agent. It's like
Cap is a secret invader.
I feel like it's gonna feel like a big scale show just because of Nick Fury being in it, though, and it's like big MCU implications.
Right.
I
hope.
I'm just excited for the Agents of Shield characters to come back.
Yeah.
That's why I'm excited about this, even though.
Will they make it not canon? Like
it seems as though it's going to be a different multiverse. They're going to say Agents of Shield. I think they're going to include like Daredevil. Like all those shows are just like a multiverse show. So when we see them in the MCU, they're variants essentially.
It's weird because Daredevil is so like ingrained into the MCU. Like when they were making it. It's like.
I mean, Agents of Shield was like very interesting.
Agents of Shield was right next to it.
That was the point. Is that like there's a whole season prepping like into Age of Ultron, and I mean it even ran as far as Infinity War that it led up to. And then
I will say with the Netflix shows, they really only like touched upon the stuff from the first Avengers, and then they didn't nothing really tied in after that. But
Shield is definitely the most connected. Daredevil.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think it's easier to just like believe that the Kingpin and Hawkeye is just a different Kingpin than the one we know.
Yeah, I mean, we technically still don't know for sure.
No, we don't know, but I hope so because
as a Daredevil fan, I imagine you'd rather have that be.
That is an ideal scenario.
Yeah.
Then it doesn't take away from the Daredevil we see in the show.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, Kingpin's something happened to Kingpin between Daredevil.
Yeah, exactly.
And Hawkeye. Yeah. He's like I don't know what you call it. He's huge.
You gotta.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that. Secret
Invasion.
Invasion. Yeah, I mean Amelia Clark's in it as well.
Secret Invaders.
Kind of exciting.
She was
That
in the
should be
trailer.
Cool. She was in the trailer. Did
Yep.
you see the trailer?
I've seen little bits of it. Yeah. It was just like a 1 minute sort
So
of.
they did
teaser.
how they did at Celebration. They're like, this is exclusive.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they-
Is stuff being taken down as fast as Lucasfilms was doing it?
Yeah, I've seen stuff because I also the next thing we want to talk about is the Guardians, and there was I saw the Guardians teaser, and that I haven't been able to find that again.
Yeah.
Because the big thing people reacting from that, you see little baby Rocket,
little baby Rocket, yeah.
Very cute,
Did
very
you see
cute.
the 5-second clip? Because that's what I saw. It was like a 5-second clip of it. I didn't see the full thing.
Anyway, well, the Guardians. This is James Gunn. This is his last one. He's officially going over to DC after this. He's working on Peacemaker season 2 and other stuff.
Oh wow! I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
this is like his this in the holiday.
This is his final goodbye.
His final hurrah.
I'm sure the Guardians can be just as good without him, but it's kind of scary.
I don't think that's true, actually. I think he's like the cast loves him. I mean, remember when they fired him and they're like, "We're not going to come back."
Well, more to that. I think I saw something that like Chris Pratt started crying on stage.
Everyone did.
Yeah.
When
I don't know. I don't think there's a Guardians without James Gunn.
No, I agree. Yeah. I
mean, I think he said that though on the stage that there is going to be a Guardians without him.
Yeah, I can't see it.
Well,
you just mean like
remember,
quality wise.
No, I mean
like
quality.
There
will be.
I remember there being a comment like a long time ago of James being like the team's gonna be very much different by the end of Guardians 3 as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're gonna do a different team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because also little tidbit I've heard on the rumor mill, and which, once again I trust because from all these sources that know this shit. But for Guardians 3, they mentioned everyone's crying about it, very sad, even though it's like still the light humor. It's about like Rocket's origins. And the implication is that
very heavy.
The implication that they are making on stage and in the trailers that Rocket's going to die, I don't think that's the case. I think if anything, I think Rocket will be the next team leader. Yeah. But they shot deaths for like all the characters, and they're not just so to keep the leaks like from like they shot versions
where
everyone dies, just so no one will know which is the real take.
Yeah, Marvel and I think Star Wars is starting to pick that up because to fake out the leaks.
They just filmed. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I remember
interesting.
They talked about like how there were some of those leaks on like Infinity War or whatever were like targeted. And I was talking. Iman Vellani was talking about that because she's like part of the Marvel Studios spoiler subreddit, and like before she was cast was like a huge like leak proponent, and she was talking about how like some of the stuff that was just she after getting on the inside like asked Kevin, and it was like targeted, like they're messing with people. Because they know.
Yeah. I want that. I want that for Star Wars.
I'm kind of shocked that they would hire her.
I know.
Interesting.
I mean, she is very similar to Kamala in real life. Good cast. I think they.
I know, but there's a conflict of interest with the.
Well, yes, that's sure.
But anyways, moving on. Another thing about Guardians. The villain of it is High Evolutionary, I think.
And Adam Warlock.
There was an Adam Warlock. Yeah.
And so it's the guy, I can't remember his name for the life of me, but
he's got Martian Manhunter energy.
He's from yeah. Let me pull him up because I want to talk about I want to talk about his costume because
he came out on stage much like Ben Mendelsohn did his Krennic back in Celebration Europe. Yes. In costume, in character. Yeah. And Johnny has some thoughts. I think it looks kind of like a little bit of Power Ranger-y, maybe a little bit of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't know. We'll see.
Let me. Sorry, I'm trying to.
I don't know. It's the Guardians films are amongst some of my favorite in the MCU.
Yes,
and if James can nail the third one, I would probably contend that he could probably have the best trilogy.
I think definitely. I don't think there's a weak entry at all.
Guardians always had the perfect mix of like, the humor's there. They're some of the funniest in the MCU, but they're also like they got the weight to them too. Like they're very emotional movies.
Too.
Yeah, I know. I'm rewatching Volume 2.
You came around on it.
They're both
so looks
good.
like
so good.
I got it.
He looks.
Oh my god, he looks like a Power Rangers.
Yeah, he like walked down the hallway and he was doing this whole like.
I don't know. I think
in character.
It's like
obviously
yeah.
in.
It's a bad picture, but
I think you take any like character with like a costume from space from the MCU and put them like in a real life setting.
He ain't purple though. He ain't purple in the comics. He's like chrome red.
Maybe it'll
Changing
be
it
a,
up.
maybe there'll be a high
very
evolution
much
of his
change
costume.
up.
I think it'll look cool in the movie.
He's a high evolutionary.
Not for me. I'll say. I think
I
he
love
looks
that
a little
photo.
silly.
He looks
little Ivan Ooze.
He looks dazed and confused in that photo.
It's
Like,
also
he looks like
it's also the
looks
I mean
like-
the pose and the like a
Yeah.
We'll have to wait.
He looks like someone just showed him.
I do
on
agree it
screen.
looks goofy,
On screen, I
but
think
it's
he'll look
not-
a little better.
it's not
but
like a
yeah,
great
not
picture.
the best intro.
I mean, what
It
did
looks
people
like-
that were there say? Did anyone like see it and be like, "Wow, this is bad"? Or
I think
I
all
don't
cheering.
know. I don't know.
yeah,
Like that
It
is
looks
a
like-
super goofy photo.
Yeah,
it looks
like-
dude.
No, but it
looks
was a
like-
goofy situation that happened. Like he was like it was.
It looks like he's watching a giraffe give birth. That's what I'm. That's the vibe. That's the vibe. You know what? You ever
He
seen
looks
that?
like a player model. Like
Yeah,
he doesn't look real. That's for sure.
He does.
Yeah.
I assure you, there's videos of it. He's very real, and he looks
He's
just
very
as
real.
goofy in
Yeah.
motion.
Yeah. That was the easiest thing I could find right there. But anyway, so that's the villain. I think he's a really cool character.
Dude,
I'm
Will
looking
Poulter
forward
is
to seeing it.
jacked for Adam Warlock too. He was on stage.
yeah,
His bicep was like
I'm
the
most excited
size
for
of
that.
Chris Pratt's head.
Did they show him in the Guardians trailer? I don't know.
I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
From what I saw, it looks like him. It was like a shot from the back.
I
or something
haven't-
like that.
Okay, maybe I haven't seen it.
Anyway, so that'll be fun. And and
Guardian-
Gamora is leading the Ravagers, like the 2014
Oh.
Gamora, which is
Okay,
cool.
cool.
That's in the trailer. So
Yeah.
Star Lord's all
that's
busted up about
pretty
that
Dope.
because that version that
pretty dope.
escapes is in charge of the Ravagers now. But it's like
Okay.
it's 2014 Gamora, so she's ruthless
Right.
and kind of
Right.
evil and doesn't remember anything. So
Right.
she's also sort of an antagonist of the film as well.
I mean,
from what it
it's
seems
a
like.
different Gamora.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's like
I mean,
first
I wonder
Guardians
if they're
one.
going to do sort of a Loki situation where it's like it ends up being the same
She'll
character
remember
pretty
kind of
quickly.
thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
I-
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I
Could
don't
be.
know if James.
With Loki,
would do
they
that.
literally just like showed him like a recap of the MCU, and he's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
now I'm where
Oh,
I
yeah, right.
was at the end."
Right,
of
right.
Like it was sort of cheap in terms of like character development. Just
I don't know.
like-
I don't
The
think
way
so.
they
He
did
was
it was
still.
really cool though.
I mean, I
I
think
think it
they
was
just
the- I think
needed
it
they
was the
needed a
best
way
way
to
to do
resurrect Loki. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's not a good way to do it. Is my point.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, that's Guardians. And
Next up is Echo.
Echo. Woo!
Yeah.
Woo!
Eh.
Wow!
I can't believe I'm saying I'm like kind of excited for it. Well, I
You're
mean, the
only
biggest
excited
thing
because
for
of
me-
Daredevil and
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
this is Daredevil's gonna be sprinkled throughout this podcast, but Daredevil, yes, this is
It's
part
gonna be
one of the
more
Daredevil stuff.
Kingpin than Daredevil, though.
Okay. But both Daredevil and Kingpin are gonna be an Echo for sure. I think not even just Daredevil and Kingpin. I think it'll be some of the other characters from the show as well. From what I understand, I think it's like pretty much the majority of the lead cast. So like Foggy Nelson, Karen Page. I think they're pretty sure they're in it. I don't know for sure.
I hope so.
But yeah,
I
no,
think-
they're great characters too. But
Echo's a
Yeah.
cool concept, but like, do we really need a show out of this?
No, that's
character
the thing.
from
Is
Hawkeye?
that, like all these like Daredevil and Kingpin are the things people are excited about, and I feel like
Yeah.
Echo, the characters, and get swept under the rug. Like
I want to be
Well,
proven wrong.
I
but,
don't
like,
think she
yeah.
was
No,
very
yeah,
intriguing in Hawkeye.
No,
So
I
I don't.
didn't.
It's sort of like an
She had her
Agatha thing
moments.
to me, where like I don't feel like it needs a whole show.
Right. I
Like,
liked her
thought she was okay
introduction,
in
but I thought as time went on, the Echo character, like she wasn't like, I don't know, it didn't do much for me. There was no impact
I
really
was
there.
quite mid on Hawkeye to begin with. So
right.
Midi show.
No, as a character, yeah, I'm not like I didn't like love her in Hawkeye. I mean, I think it's cool her connection to Kingpin. I kind of like that dynamic that I hope they explore.
Yeah.
He's gonna have an eye patch,
Right.
which is cool.
But then when the
Yeah, if
connection,
you-
with
if
the
you remember
character is
correctly, at the end of
introduced on,
Hawkeye-
like, an iPhone, like,
She
He
shoots him in the
apparently
head.
gets shot.
yeah.
Apparently gets shot, but yeah, apparently he's gonna have an eye patch as well, which I don't love at all. Actually,
Eye patch on the Hawaiian shirt.
that's the thing.
what, you
I
know,
feel like if you don't love how Daredevil is going to be in She-Hulk, then you might not be excited for Echo anymore.
or the Daredevil show, because the showrunners are entirely different.
Yeah,
you know.
I'm
That's
quite
okay.
nervous about all this stuff. I'm in the same boat.
On-
with
on-
Thunder and Quake back in-
Daredevil sweep. I'm on the Daredevil sweep train, but
On
I
paper, it
understand
looks
your
good.
concern.
But you're not gonna
yeah,
get
on
what you
paper it looks
got.
great.
You're
I
not
mean, you
gonna get what
could,
you got.
but like it's gonna be different. That's either better or worse. you
Flippity
know?
dippity,
yeah,
dude.
Not
You
like
never-
gonna be
It's
like
gonna be like a lot goofier. Like
I don't think it's gonna
Daredevil
be a
is
like,
not
oh,
that
I like them
goofy.
both.
Like, it has a pretty dark tone, and I have a
Yes.
feeling Echo will not be like that because when we saw Kingpin and Hawkeye, he was goofy. Like it
Yeah.
he wasn't menacing. He
No,
was like a
it wasn't
joke.
scary at all.
Not
He lost like every time he
particularly.
was on screen. He got
He
hit by a
kept
car.
losing. Yeah,
got
he
hit
was
by a
just getting-
train.
He was
Yeah,
just
he got
getting
hit by a
knocked
train. Hit by a
around.
car.
Like
Blew up. What else?
Punching bag.
Shot in the head.
And it's a testament. He still lived most of that stuff or all of that stuff, but like he didn't win. We didn't watch him like I don't know. It was ridiculous.
the whole thing. He
was a punching bag.
The whole the whole Kingpin and Hawkeye just made me think of that meme where it's like, you ratioed Vanessa, or you ratioed me in front of Vanessa, and he's like getting hit. It's like that kind of vibe where it doesn't feel like a real Kingpin, it's like a joke.
Yeah, I don't know if Vanessa's coming back. I don't know.
Oh, well.
This is how I feel about Echo. If it's more of that, I don't have high hopes for that show.
Yeah,
but
unfortunately, all I'm excited about Echo is Daredevil.
And I think he's only going to be in 2 episodes. That's what I heard. Only 2.
They're only going to be in 2?
Yeah, that's what I heard. It was a leak a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm interested for them to be doing a show that like has a character that she's deaf. Yeah, she's deaf. So like kind of having that disability because she can't communicate. Obviously, she has to use ASL or whatever it is. So that's kind of an interesting to have your lead of a show.
Yeah, it's representation.
But no, absolutely, I think it's warranted. But
I think she carried her scenes.
Intriguing how they handle that.
Yeah, she did.
No, she did. So, anyways,
we're gonna have a deaf and blind people just
deaf and blind show.
Deaf and blind show.
Mm-hmm.
Except Daredevil is not a very good representation of blind people.
I know. He's like, I'm blind, but I can see.
What if you have a blind person that isn't actually blind and can do everything? Like it's fun.
Yeah, they explored in the Netflix show. He's like sort of blind. It's kind of
the Netflix show. He has like echolocation, dude.
Like, he kind of like just sees everything.
He can still like has better awareness than
it's
the
kind of
average
confusing.
person.
Yeah.
Anyways, we love Daredevil though. So yeah, next Loki season 2.
Loki, can't wait.
Kang, more
big
Kang
hype.
This will be after Quantumania, so I bet a lot of stuff that's in that movie is gonna roll into that.
Definitely,
definitely.
I'm excited
but Loki originally wasn't 2 seasons, right? Wasn't Loki originally 1 show?
I don't.
They left it kind of ambiguous, or not ambiguous, but they kind of left it open.
Well, I'm not saying by the time the show ended. Obviously, we knew there would be a season 2. I'm just saying, like, wasn't the original production 1 show?
I don't know.
That's what I always heard. Maybe those.
You could be right. I don't know.
I saw some season 2 set photos. And they're
wearing, they're filming right now.
They're wearing like some 70s, 80s, alternative clothes.
They're in a McDonald's.
They're in that McDonald's. Yeah, the old McDonald's. This hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Which
so that'll be
looks cool.
Yeah,
looks cool.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, with the way season 1 ended, I'm definitely.
Yeah,
Loki is my favorite.
This will probably carry on.
Yes, absolutely my favorite. I think followed by Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel second for sure.
Honestly, Miss Marvel is a close second though. But Loki's probably
Loki,
the best one,
Miss Marvel.
Well, close second to Loki.
I don't even know what 3 would be.
Moon Knight probably.
Yeah, Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Moon Knight. Yeah.
All right.
That's fair. That's based.
Loki season 2, very exciting.
Yeah, Loki. I mean,
that's where the Kang stuff will probably pick up. Or will pick up again, not probably. Like
it'll be in Quantumania.
I'm saying Quantumania, and then it doesn't sound like we're gonna get a lot of Kang action, and then we're moving back into it. I can't say for certain.
Maybe not.
Kang is new Thanos though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like it might just be more about Ravonna.
That's what I thought for Phase 4 too.
None of these projects right now are.
Situation, but
yeah, I don't know. None of these projects are screaming that Kang will be in it, except those 2.
Yeah. Okay.
From what we've gone over,
end credit scenes the same way that Thanos is in.
Maybe an end credit.
Well, that's precisely what I'm saying. Is this is where we pick?
Well, he's in Avengers.
Yeah.
He's in Avengers and Age of Ultron.
Well, that's way after. I get what Dylan's saying. Anyways, so there's that. Yeah, Loki season 2, big hype from everybody. We don't really know much, but it's certainly going to be a good show. We hope.
The Marvels, which I am actually really excited for.
Now,
Marvels. I think. Can everybody say here that they've changed their opinion on how hyped they are for it now?
I like the first.
I like Marvel yet, but from
we can explain this story. Yeah, Levi, if you want to explain it.
Well, that's
how you love Captain Marvel. I
don't love it.
All of us here,
I don't.
All of us here hate it.
I don't hate it. It is like definitely on the bottom half of my MCU list, but I like that movie. But also, this team doing the Marvels is an entirely different creative team, which I like. It's like Nia DaCosta, right? I think, and I like her, and so it's also more characters that I like. Like I liked Maria Rambeau, or is it Monica is the mom? It's Maria. And Monica. I get Maria and Monica. I get them mixed up. Photon. I like her, and I like Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel now a lot. And I already liked Brie Larson as Captain Marvel. So for me, this movie is like 2 thumbs up. I'm ready to go. Especially now that I like Miss Marvel, because I thought Miss Marvel was going to be the weakest part. I thought, oh man, like all the trailers, I remember everyone remembers. Everyone was like, why are they making the show? Who cares?
Yeah.
And then Miss Marvel is like top tier. So I'm very excited.
I'll say a Mon Vellani sweep. That's
absolutely.
Sure. Well, yes. So I'm the opposite, where like I don't like the Brie Larson Captain Marvel very much, especially like not really in Endgame. I thought she just like was too powerful. And
I thought she was better in Endgame.
Yeah. Both, I don't really like her in anything. And Monica Rambeau, just like not a fan of her in WandaVision. I thought like those episodes.
Yeah, she was like perfectly fine for me.
Were like
she was fine.
Yeah, it's just like those episodes were sort of weak to me, where it's just like her.
I didn't love her character.
So I wasn't excited at all. But then post Miss Marvel, like I'm just excited to see where Kamala's story is going because I really enjoyed Miss Marvel. So I want more. I want more. So
she and I'll say it was an intriguing end credit scene as well on the show.
Sure.
Spoilers, obviously. I mean, if you haven't seen Miss Marvel, but there's a little appearance. Intriguing. I'm excited.
Intriguing.
Yeah. What you said? Levi, you think it's a shape-shifting thing, right?
Well,
I think it's a teleport.
It's definitely a switch.
Just because in the comics she can shapeshift.
Yeah, I know. Well,
I thought maybe it was
but she's also an Inhuman.
They've changed a lot from the comics
changed everything.
So
I know, and I'm more on the switching side now because I think that's something.
Yeah, she's looking at the picture of herself and she's like,
I've rewatched the scene. I see it. I can see the switching thing. So
either way, we'll find out come July 22nd.
True.
Which is also the day after Oppenheimer and the day that Barbie comes out.
Oh wow!
Crazy. Oh, I'm hyped for Barbie, bro.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That weekend is going to be sort of crazy. And that's also my birthday, so it's going to be a crazy weekend.
I mean, the Marvels.
That's crazy.
On my birthday or the day after.
Big Barbie fan.
Wow. Okay. There you go. Yeah. Blade.
Hell yeah.
Blade. There's a big rumor about Blade that I am hyped about.
Blade.
Yeah.
But Blade's coming out at some point. Mahershala Ali.
Have you guys seen that new Resident Evil show on Netflix? Where
it's bombing. Everybody hates it.
I know, but where freaking Lance Reddick is dressed up as this character from Resident Evil called Albert Wesker, and he looks just like Blade. Oh my god, it is so funny. I'm gonna pull it eventually. You keep talking.
But Blade, I didn't like grow up on the Wesley Snipes ones, so I'm like kind of mid on it. But
it's not really movies you grow up. I mean,
true. But Blade is a character. I think he's really cool. He's in a subsection of Marvel that I really like.
Yeah, I've only seen the first one, but it's
I really don't know much about Blade, but
I love that first one.
Not similar at all to like anything MCU. So
right.
Interesting to see how it's gonna like translate.
He's a vampire hunter.
Vampire
like Dracula is in this.
Like, and I will say,
vampires
and Morbius.
Good transition.
I don't want to go anywhere near Morbius.
The word on the street. Word on the street is that Anthony Starr will be in this.
Homelander as Dracula, right?
Homelander himself will be.
Homelander as Dracula.
Sick. He'd be a crazy Dracula.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
it sounds awesome. I hope it's gonna be rated.
I was hyped for
Blade.
I'm even more hyped about it now because
if Bob Chapek's the man, I don't think they'll make it rated R. I hope they do though.
I think he is. Like,
we know there's a Deadpool
the most
project
underrated
coming.
actor right now.
That is true.
What'd you say, Levi?
I said we know there's a Deadpool project coming in that phase.
Yeah, Deadpool's coming. Deadpool's
all the other movies are like they're violent movies.
So right.
I think it would be very weird if it was like dulled down violence.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be R-rated.
I hope so.
There are many movies that do very well. Like that's like a dumb thing that R-rated
absolutely.
movies don't do well, like Joker and Deadpool.
Big fan of the boys, especially Homelander as a character, and Anthony Starr obviously like
so underrated. So underrated.
Look at him. He looks like Blade.
Bro, what? That is Blade, man. That's actually crazy.
It looks like a Blade cosplay. It's so funny.
People hate that show though, right?
I know it's so goofy looking.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, I don't just wanted to share that.
Thank you for that. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, not too much else to say about Blade.
But
I mean, I liked his voice in the end of the Eternals.
Yeah. Biggest thing for me is Anthony Starr. I am beyond excited.
That's true.
That is true. That is getting more and more press as it goes on. But anyway, so Blade. Next is Ironheart. So that'll be.
Well, she'll be introduced in Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, we'll already obviously Black Panther's coming out this year, so we'll already have seen that. and then Ironheart's
Alden
getting her own
Ehrenreich.
show. And I obviously we don't know much about the MCU's take on it, but I mean I do know that they shot around Massachusetts at what
MIT.
MIT.
MIT. They shot
Because
at MIT.
because she goes to MIT.
She goes to MIT. So yeah, I don't really know how she gets from MIT to Wakanda. I don't.
They said
That's
it'll
quite
explain. Ryan Coogler said that'll be explained in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, I would. one
I
would
think
hope.
actually, I think it's pretty straightforward though. I mean, if she's like a, she's Riri Williams. She's meant to be in the comics. She's like the apprentice to Tony Stark, essentially.
Yeah, yeah.
In terms of his legacy of like the tech, you would go to Wakanda now that Wakanda's an open nation for like the best tech. So she would want to go there.
Yeah.
To make shit.
But yes, that'll be interesting to see. Yeah, Ironheart.
Alden's supposed to be in there.
It's a sweaty day.
Yeah,
bro.
Dylan's been hot this spot.
Oh, I will say, yeah, I was about to say that too. Yeah, it is.
I'm literally I'm gonna melt.
Today. Very hot.
He's melting, Dylan.
We're all melting here. But anyways, Ironheart. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I guess.
I'll reserve judgment until I see Black Panther.
Yeah, again, I know like very
I
nothing
guess,
about
yeah.
it.
Excited
It's got
about
iron
Alden,
in the
though.
name, so.
What's that?
It's about Alden.
Alden. Yeah, right.
I'm excited about Alden in the way that him and Amelia Clark.
Him and Amelia are both going to be probably a few lots over from Star Wars.
I'm like,
so that's good. Keep it in
when they're shooting. Yeah, when they're shooting Lando.
Project.
I know Lando.
When they're shooting Lando, running over to.
I think
the Lando lot.
That's so far off. I would hope we see Alden in that show, but.
God, also this pisses me off if we can talk about it for a second. I mean, look at this. This is absurd. This is until 2025 for Star Wars. We are so boned. We don't even know if there's a movie coming out in 2025, let alone 2023. Like it's insane.
It's
awesome.
It's definitely
awesome. It's fun way to live.
Okay, but I'm okay with a lot less movies coming out from Star Wars.
Me too. Yeah.
Star Wars is not Marvel.
But
Marvel
it's a matter
has,
of we don't even know what's
coming up on like 30 movies. Like there's 9 there's 11 Star Wars movies. like 12
I know.
Clone Wars.
No, I know because I'm also a big proponent of the less Star Wars is better than more Star Wars that's
absolutely
mid because that'll happen. But I also just want more transparency with Lucasfilm and the fans, like Marvel has. Because there's a high probability that Avengers Secret Wars doesn't actually come out on November 7th, 2025. Maybe it comes out in the beginning of 2026.
Maybe they just throw a dart at a calendar.
Maybe they change the name, but it's at least nice that they're telling us this is something we want to do. Like famously, they put the Inhumans up there on one of those one time. That movie never came out, and Captain America: Serpent Society got changed to Civil War. But
okay. I will say that was a joke.
That was a joke.
That was a joke. Yeah.
Why was that a joke?
Why were they joking?
Serpent Society is the goofiest team in Marvel Comics. So that was always kind of a thing. But anyways, that was a secret title.
The point being is there's no guarantee that some of the stuff is going to come out the way we think. That's always been part of the understanding.
Yeah.
But like the fact that they are working on it, that they have dates,
Avengers,
they're trying to make it. No. I know. But the fact that they're trying to make it is something I want from Lucasfilm.
Right.
Like I understand that it'll be less, but I want
the only issue is you get projects like what we're about to talk about next, which I don't care about at all, which is
Agatha.
Okay.
Wanda, it could be Wanda's show though, because now that the Darkhold got blown up in Doctor Strange,
yes,
she's free.
No, I certainly.
They changed the name.
It used to be called House of
Harkness.
Yeah,
and now it's called bro. I think I could care less.
Yeah, I agree. That one scene in WandaVision where we see her back with her coven of witches.
Oh, sick! Good scene.
Okay, see, I was just saying, I like that scene. Just so
didn't like it.
And
really?
To me. Yeah,
that was okay.
Her as a whole character.
It was insane.
I didn't like the
de-aging
Agatha song in WandaVision.
I am nervous. I am
like
nervous that they greenlit the show because the song popped off.
No, that's what I think
happened. In my mind,
I think that's what happened. I don't know. I mean,
because Agatha all along. I mean, they probably have been...
people weren't really talking about that, and then they're like, "Oh, she's getting a show now."
I know.
You think she was always going to get a show? Because I don't think they.
I imagine there was always.
That's what I'm saying. If they didn't
have,
especially because the title changed, is making me sussed out because they changed.
Yeah,
the title.
I'm with Johnny on this. I don't know.
I think it's because that song popped off. And could you imagine if they didn't have that song, and then WandaVision finished, and then they announced Agatha? People would even care not even care even more than.
She was a horribly forgettable villain who wasn't even really in the show all that much.
Yeah,
I think that it also has to do with how people receive Multiverse of Madness, and because clearly they changed it to be more inclusive to other magic wielders. I mean, House of Harkness is very clearly about Agatha, while it is Coven of Chaos. You can include many more people under that umbrella, and I think Wanda is definitely one of those people. In my opinion,
it would make sense. Yeah.
Well, it's funny how much they've changed up on her powers. Because it used to be like,
but this is exactly my point, though. To just kind of to what Star Wars' point is, they were working on one thing, but we still knew about it. Like it got out there, and then it changed. But like that's okay. Like the fact that we knew and we've known this process.
I don't know.
It's kind of satisfying for these things are in the back of the head, and then now we see it on the timeline.
Yeah,
and
it also sucks when you get your hopes up for something and then it like changes like drastically.
Yeah, that is true.
Well, see, that's what it is with Star Wars, though, is they announce something and it just never comes out. Like Star Wars, we have no faith in the fact that when they announce, Rian Johnson's
especially with the video games.
God, dude.
Like it's typical for a Star Wars project to get scrapped.
With Eclipse, that game is never coming out. It was like that's a fun little cinematic.
Doesn't it look better than it did when the trailer came out?
Oh yeah, the hopes are better, but it's still like it's gonna be a while. It's gonna hit.
If it ever comes out, it'll be at the end of this decade, and. Which unlikely, and like Patty Jenkins, I'm making a Rogue Squadron Star Wars movie.
Nope.
And they had a whole They like not only did they have an announcement, they had
the X-Wing trailer, like the whole thing that she's.
I'm not too upset about that because it seemed like there were some pretty big creative differences. And
I know, and I'm always the first to defend Kathy when making these calls. It's just bothersome to me.
You're a Kathy defender.
I am Kathy is my queen. It's tough to be a fan sometimes of Star Wars when Marvel is under literally the same technically the company and they have their shit together better when in terms of relations to the fan, because I like the content obviously of Star Wars much more than I do Marvel, and that's something against Marvel. I'm more of a Star Wars guy. As you maybe knew. But it's like just in terms of the communication with their fan base, I wish.
It's definitely lacking. That's for sure. That's for sure.
But next one's big one.
Agatha, don't care. And next one. Oops, sorry. Next
Daredevil,
one.
Born Again.
Yeah, we did
Born Again
a bit already, but
I
18
won't
episodes.
clap right into the mic because that's chaotic.
Yeah.
But Dylan and Ben and I and we had dinner last night, and I was kind of having an aneurysm at the table. I was trying to hold myself.
I stand by that. 18 is too long.
It's weird for the Marvel format.
We did kind of know about the show.
I think it'll work.
Yeah, we did kind of know about the show beforehand, but this is now official, and I love the title, Born Again. So
it's a dark story. Born Again is a dark story in the Daredevil run, like with stuff that they definitely cannot put on Disney Plus.
Well,
now they have the adult section.
I know what you're talking about, but
they can't do that.
I think there's ways around it.
It has a lot to do with like prostitution and sex work with Karen Page and like that. I don't think you can do that.
Mm-hmm. It's very mean streets, very street level type of stuff. And
it's Frank Miller, for Christ's sakes. Yeah. So the biggest thing to come out of this, I think of the announcement is first off the title. I think it has a double meaning because yes, there's a story called Born Again. Well, yeah, obviously it's the fact that Daredevil's back. Yeah,
and then that. So it's like the Homecoming, like Spider-Man Homecoming, double meaning. Anyway, but 18 episodes is the biggest thing. So that show we talked about. I think we mentioned it like pretty early on in the podcast, but 18 episodes.
I think that's bad.
That is the first Marvel shows to even come close to
specifically because guys, this is Disney Plus. This is not. We're getting 18 episodes of Daredevil on Netflix. It's the Disney Plus quality.
If that's weekly, that's gonna be running for quite some time.
I would rather.
But it's gonna get stretched.
They know. I don't agree.
That budget is gonna be so thin.
I don't agree.
Oh man,
I don't know.
They're gonna have. I think they would have had a blowout from Netflix fans, and especially me. I don't know if I want a short Daredevil show.
I agree.
I don't want a short. I think 12. Series. I think 12 is good.
Yeah, but okay.
18. Okay. 18.
Daredevil.
That's 18 weeks, dude. That's like a third of a year.
I'm aware.
It's a lot of work, especially for Marvel. Marvel moves at a breakneck pace.
I'm getting tired of limited series.
I am too. I am too.
That's also gonna be running through like
I was
probably
about to make a
multiple
point,
Star Wars
and I realized
projects.
I was about to make a point, and I realized I was wrong. Actually, wait, never mind. Let's see, 1, 2, 3.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah,
It'll be
so
running
I
through,
think
everything.
it's 13 eps per season on Netflix.
Yeah,
And
that
now
to me
it's-
that to me is a
now it's
good
18.
length. That to me, 13 is like nice, and that's right on the money where it's not too long, but it just gives you enough time to really.
I agree that 12 to 13 is
12
perfect.
to 13
that's what Breaking Bad did pretty
perfect.
much throughout the whole way through,
and that's what Andor's doing. Like Dylan brought up, that is like the perfect TV length to me. 18 is you're pushing.
I agree.
I like a 10
Well,
episode
here's the
show.
thing. I think they got quite the story if it's gonna be 18 episodes.
I'm fully with you.
True Detective.
That's what excites me.
Perfect.
I'm looking at it from a different view than you.
If I gotta sit through
guys.
18 episodes of mid Marvel, I'm gonna blow my brains out. So it has to be good.
Especially Daredevil being mid, I'm gonna get.
Well, that's
imagine it's the flippity floop joke. Like imagine like Daredevil. Like
he did in the Shield trailer. He straight up did that. He straight up did the flippity flip.
The flippity floppity. I'm gonna go.
He did that.
And I'm gonna I'm with Dylan. I will bash my brains in. I will bash my brains in when episode 14 of Daredevil is just like.
I guess I'm defending the 18 episode like. If it's
step in the right
direction,
direction,
it's gonna be good. No,
if
it's gonna be good, then I want 18 episodes.
Yeah.
That's always the caveat though. If it's good,
I don't know. I'm looking at it very positively.
Dude,
right
now,
I think it just sets up a better because so far it's like we expect the short 6 to 8 episode series. This shows that they're like willing to do these longer.
Yeah. True.
Here's what I started thinking about. Like because obviously if a Netflix each episode was like an hour plus, and
that's true.
Normally like the MCU shows have been 40 minutes average.
Yeah, I say 40 minutes
guess?
average. Yeah.
So if you equate that to like a 13 episode season, it kind of makes sense.
Daredevil episodes are like 52 minutes.
Like they ride an hour. So
speaking of Westworld, that new ep comes out in 45 minutes.
The time. What's that?
Who was talking about Westworld?
I was just saying.
I was talking about the 10 episode format.
Have you been watching the new season of Westworld? Just on a brief aside.
Me? No, I
really
haven't
good.
Watched season
really,
3, so.
Really, season 4. Season 3 is definitely the worst of the seasons. Still good, but I still think it's still good, still worth it. And season 4 is like back full form. I'm with you.
I'm meaning to get on it at some point.
Just wanted to bring that up. Shout out Westworld.
Shout out to Westworld.
Shout out to Westworld. Yeah. I have my.
What do we got next?
More about Daredevil.
I have my Man in Black.
Well, Diamond
Select figure here.
I have absolutely
big fan of that character.
Opinion on Daredevil until we see Daredevil and She-Hulk, and then maybe
that's true. Yeah, we got to see how different the character is.
Based on like that, is gonna determine.
All right,
fair.
I do want to move.
But I also encourage everybody out there watch the Netflix show.
Yes, watch the Netflix show. It's probably gonna be the best Daredevil thing on screen ever made. That's probably gonna hold by that.
All right, the Netflix stuff, yes.
Yeah, Captain America, New World Order. Let's talk about it. Let's get going.
Sam Wilson, baby.
Sam Wilson.
New World Order. That's scary.
I hope they're doing. I hope they're doing.
Title.
I hope they're doing Secret Empire. I hope they're doing something like that, where
that would be cray.
Where Steve Rogers is like Hydra, and like Steve Rogers is like back, and you're like, whoa, but it's a Hydra agent, and it's Hydra all like, Steve. Steve. I would like that.
That would be pretty cray.
That's cool. I'd be so down for that. I think that's a cool story.
Secret Empire. Levi just kind of explained it.
I'm excited. Hopefully, it's like a Hydra story. I assume we see Sword in that, so I think that's going to depend on how Secret Invasion goes. I think those might sort of tie into each other a bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
I'm excited to see my boy Sam Wilson again, man.
Yeah,
and probably really Bucky too, right? I imagine.
Yeah,
I don't know. If he's not in that, then I have no idea what they're doing with this character.
No.
I feel like he just disappears.
Him and Sharon are in it. They're on the art for SDCC.
Okay.
They're in new outfits and stuff. Like they're in that movie. They have.
I looked at it. Is it a new outfit?
Sharon's is new. That's for sure. She's like in this like white.
I know.
God, the Power Broker. Boring.
How dare you forget about the Power Broker?
That was the worst. Yeah, that was the worst.
That was so horrible. The end of Falcon and Winter Soldier was awful.
I will never understand y'all's rage over that.
That last episode was so bad. That final standoff between at the end there with the Flag Smashers and Sharon Tate was
not
horrible.
a good finale.
Horrible.
Just Sharon Tate.
Interesting little.
Fucking sorry. What's
Sharon Tate is that?
I know who Sharon Tate is. Sorry, fucking. Whatever her name is.
The first
Carly
episode of Falcon.
Nope. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead. First episode.
The first episode of Falcon the Winter Soldier is called New World Order.
Oh, really? Didn't know that.
Sorry, Sharon Carter.
So are we gonna get a Flag Smashers
I don't know, but pretty interesting.
I don't know. That is interesting.
All right,
let me,
I'm excited. We're going up on an hour. We have so much to talk about that I want to talk about.
I know.
Yeah, that suit is not different. Okay, I'm right.
Anyways, well, no, Levi said it was just Sharon, but
Yeah, I didn't mean Cap. I didn't mean Cap.
Oh, that's what I thought you meant.
I meant the other two characters because you were talking about it. You saying are Bucky and Sharon.
Right.
Yeah,
Thunderbolts.
I'm hyped for it.
Yeah, dude, Thunderbolts is like a really cool concept to me. I don't know. I haven't like read it in their comics, but it's like what they.
It's just the Suicide Squad, but in Marvel.
Yeah. But like we're seeing it. Like everyone that's on the raft.
Yes, that's a good comparison.
Everyone's
for sure,
on the raft.
Hawkeye is the Rick Flag. Hawkeye's the Rick Flag, and then this is what's gonna happen. And then it's gonna be Yelena and Zemo, and I know Zemo leads the team sometimes, but in the new run, Hawkeye's leading it. I know Hawkeye is John Walker. It's gonna be all like the bad people.
I want Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
She'll be part of it. She's the Amanda Waller.
Yeah, she's gonna be the
she's the Amanda Waller.
Yeah.
I bring up Hawkeye because in the new Thunderbolts run, Hawkeye is leading the team, and in the past it's been Zemo. But
Did they say the show?
In the Hawkeye show, he's like all depressed and like I gotta make up for my past, and like if he's leading this team of like that makes so much sense for where they left on Hawkeye.
He like
they didn't say that.
Yeah, he's like hey, we're doing good things now.
They didn't say that he's in it.
No, yeah. I'm saying in the most recent Thunderbolts run.
We're starting to get really far.
I think that also does make sense because I think back to Hawkeye talking to Wanda, who I guess wasn't evil at that point, but she was still sort of in between. Like he's got experience with these kind of people. I feel like he could turn them good.
Yes.
Yeah, I just think that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
I'm very. I mean, this show has been rumored for or some sort of a project.
I mean, we've been seeing it get built. Like
yeah, absolutely.
I'm so excited for more Zemo, dude. I love Zemo.
Yeah, I mean the
best
team,
part of Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yes.
I love the
magic.
Magic
Kind of flip flops in the comics, but Red Hulk's in it, which I don't know if we'll ever get Red Hulk now, to be honest, because R.I.P.
William Hurt. Yeah,
William Hurt. So, anyways, but. So next is that's Phase 5, the whole thing. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, it's crazy that we just know what Phase 5 is.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Which is insane. And again, the dates will probably change, and like some things might get moved around a little bit, but or maybe not moved around like chronologically, but dates will probably change.
Yeah. But then they started to do Phase 6. We obviously don't know everything that's in it.
I think Deadpool is in there, obviously somewhere.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. With the first that we know about being Fantastic
Which
Four.
we'll get the rest of these at D23 this year.
Yeah, probably. We don't know. I don't think they said anything. Did they say anything new? Not that I saw.
About Fantastic Four? No. Nothing new about Fantastic Four.
Just that it's
obviously Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars being in the same year, 6 months apart, less.
We got two Avengers movies announced. 2.
Oh yeah. This is the big stuff.
And they come out within 6 months of each other. It's going to be an insane event.
Crazy.
Wait, really?
Yes, they come out the same year, Dylan.
No, it's May and then November.
Wow.
May and November, yeah.
Because it's going to be like one long thing.
So it's going to be the Infinity War Endgame of
but even closer because what I've heard, because the thing you can do with Secret Wars is introduce literally everyone ever from any Marvel thing ever.
Yeah.
And so I bet the end.
Andrew Garfield.
This isn't my idea, but I bet the end of the first one they're going to do sort of like in the comics, like they talk about in Doctor Strange, like the incursions. Like so the story is called Time Runs Out, and there's going to be like one left, and then at the end of the movie, like you're going to see like Hugh Jackman Wolverine or like someone else. And, like they're going to show up on this place called Battle World. Johnny explained it, where like all the dimensions. Show up, and they're going to show up, be like, what? And then
so they're going to have the moment where the snap where you end off and you're like, I need to see the next part.
Except the snap is going to be probably Toby and Andrew and Hugh Jackman Wolverine.
Yeah, like everybody, like
and each one of them will have a quip as they jump down. And Joss Whedon will sit there and maniacally laugh.
Yeah. I'm trying to find. We can finish up with this stuff, but there was a couple more MCU projects that got filed. That
I think they all were announced.
No.
Multiverse Saga, Kang Dynasty, Secret Wars.
Oh wait. Okay, wait. Maybe I'm a little confused.
Yeah. I also imagine we'll be talking about some of this on the stream.
Yeah, we'll talk about the Multiverse Saga is
4, 5, and 6. They just trademark.
I thought it was the title of like everything.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not a movie.
Saga. No.
Okay.
Yeah, they have that's official. They announced it. They said this is 4, 5, and 6 are the multiverse saga.
I think they gave hats to everybody.
Yeah, they have hats. This is the multiverse saga. Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
Anyways, Ben, what's your take? I don't know if you heard what we were talking about.
I don't know.
No, I was gone. Avengers, I imagine.
Yeah, Avengers. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's awesome. Obviously, the dates might change, but the fact that they're so close to each other, is either going to be a great idea or a horrible one. I don't know.
Yeah. Because what was Infinity War?
I think if anyone could pull
it was
off,
a year.
Not even the same year. It's like 6 months apart.
Yeah,
6 months. That's what I was saying.
Yeah. No, but Infinity War and
it was a year.
It was a year. Yeah, it was like
April to April.
April to April.
Right.
It was 2018, 2019. Yeah.
And that was when Solo was coming out, right? Infinity War.
Yup.
So let's hope we don't have a Star Wars in the.
God, yeah, of course they would.
No. That's literally the thing. That's literally the thing. Is it's going to be right after Secret Wars?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think will be?
The next Star Wars movie will be like
the
a
Taika movie.
couple
weeks. They announced it.
No, they haven't announced it.
We know the dates. We know the dates that they have slotted are the December.
But let's be honest.
Let's
be like that. That's probably
that's
going
not
to
good.
change.
That's probably gonna,
I hope it's going to change, but just
I hope it's a Christmas.
They have to have a movie coming out in 2025. If they don't have a Star Wars movie for 2025, and it's 6 years,
I don't
know. 6 years. I mean, usually the wait is like
3.
So.
No, the usually isn't the one time that it happened where.
Just from where we are, where the atmosphere is.
No. He's saying they jumped from the OT to prequel. And
was 16 years. Was 16 years, and then from
which is a long time.
I know, a long time, and then from Revenge of the Sith to Force Awakens was 10, but even then we had all of the Clone Wars in between that, which
but also no one expected anything coming out at those times. So
exactly.
This is like,
but Disney. I think what's more heinous is Disney making 6 movies in 5 years and then taking 6 years off. That's insane to me. That is a ludicrous.
Well,
ludicrous
it's not like they're taking it off. They're just making TV shows.
Not even they made 5 movies in 4 years, and then they would take 6 years. That's awful. I hate that.
Well, they're not taking it off. They're not doing nothing. They're making.
No. What they're doing is failing to make movies because they keep trying to get these movies off the ground, and they just.
I think we're getting plenty of Star Wars right now. I don't disagree.
I don't disagree, but I want to see a Star Wars movie in a theater. When I was watching,
I miss a Star Wars theater.
I do too.
I want to transition a little bit because I do want to talk about.
There's one more thing I want to talk about.
Okay.
One more thing. So Kevin Feige was asked about Spider-Man, and this very much excites me. He said that that Spider-Man's gonna be much more street level hero centric. So he's gonna be working with Daredevil. And like,
it's like he asked Johnny what he wants.
Johnny's gonna.
It's like he asked Johnny.
This is exactly what I wanted.
Johnny is going to pass out live.
That's what made me like the most hyped. And like, there is so much. He very well could be in the Daredevil show. Like anything. Like anything is up for grabs now.
I agree. That gets me really excited too.
I am so hyped.
I mean, I kind of expected it.
I think he's gonna pop up in something that they announced.
Yeah. Those are my favorite like type of characters, the street level characters in Marvel, and I so hyped by that. So, anyways, that's my final piece. Thank you.
I was just over the weekend. We all saw Nope. We all watched. I watched some more movies in the theater, and it just struck me like I want to see a Star Wars movie in the theater. Like,
I want
it so bad.
I want to get hyped too. I want to see the trailers.
I want that again.
We've seen Indiana Jones. I feel like he's gonna satisfy that.
Us three. We went to a certain theater that we've seen all the Star Wars movies in, like all the sequels, and like they just reopened. So like we were thinking about it, like dang, no more Star Wars.
Even bigger than we saw it at, Levi. Bigger than we saw No Way Home at.
Bigger?
Oh my God! Are you kidding?
Much more. No, like probably twice. The screen is probably twice the size.
How can that be?
Oh, dude,
the screen is probably twice the size. I can't even describe it.
You got to come back here, Levi.
My theaters are so weak.
It's an incredible.
It's like 4 times the size.
We probably would have saw No Way Home there had it been open. But
had it been open, absolutely, yes.
It just opened up again, which is maybe why we all liked Nope so much.
Yeah.
Could be. But do we want to talk about Nope a little bit?
I want to talk about Elvis first, just quickly.
Okay, well, nobody's seen Elvis.
I want to talk about Elvis. Well, hold on.
You can talk about it.
Okay, all right, do your thing.
Elvis, because Elvis is this movie that, like, Dylan and I were talking before the show. Like, I don't know, Baz Luhrmann. He's real hit or miss.
Not a fan of his style.
There's good Baz and bad Baz, and more bad Baz, baby.
There's more bad.
I say good Baz.
Baz
Luhrmann. Did you see it? So did you know that Elvis got the longest standing ovation at Cannes? Have you seen that clip? Or they just kept clapping?
Yeah. Dude, they bring like all the crew members from that record the event, they like bring their cameramen like so close to like the actors' faces.
It's so
and
funny.
They just hold it, and it's like the most awkward thing. There's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. There's like a famous compilation of them switching from like Margot Robbie, and Brad Pitt and Leo, and like they just like don't know what to do. They're like, because there's a camera right in their face, like this close. Anyways, continue.
Just so
it's funny.
This was his style. Like this movie, I don't know how much you guys know about Elvis or the audience knows about Elvis. I knew like the general contours of his life. I knew he sang songs. I knew he died in a sad way. And seeing this movie, man, like I was having this thought, like I don't know if I ever want genre content to have this level of polish, but just the raw like editing skill that they employ in this movie it's absurd. Like you need to go. I want people to go see this movie just because it is such an impressive feat of filmmaking. Like I couldn't believe it. I loved it. I gave it a 9 out of 10 on Letterboxd there. It's a beautiful movie. And it made me cry. And here I've Dodge here to talk about Elvis. Because this is an Elvis podcast now.
Can you guys hear me?
And we're talking about Elvis for the next 5 to 10 minutes at least. Because
this is what you had planned.
I had this plan.
Yeah, you've been waiting a while.
I've been waiting a while.
Crazy.
Welcome, Dodge.
So long.
It's time for Elvis.
Nice to meet you officially.
Now, nice to meet you guys.
Now, number one Elvis fan, Dodge, please tell these fools why
I can't believe this. I can't believe this.
Right Believe it, because it's here and it's happening now.
Believe it. Okay, listen.
And we're talking about Elvis.
I need to see it.
Thank you. First of all, I would like to say, Levi, my man. I've been trying to get people to watch Elvis, so I'm so excited.
I've wanted to personally for like a while.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I saw it.
What have you told them, Levi? What has been your convincing? Because maybe I can assist you on this.
I mean, I've just told them that it's a work of art, and the raw talent employed by like the editors and the direct, like to make it just all it comes together as such a package of it's art, and it needs to be seen on the big screen.
So good. I agree. Like it is one of those movies where it's genuinely the best movie I've seen in theaters in a very, very, very long time.
Damn.
And I love going to movie theaters. I love watching movies, but it's one of those movies where you're just like, your jaws dropped the entire time because from the beginning, just the music and how they use it and how they edit and how just Austin Butler's acting, like he
became Elvis. He's Elvis like now. He just walks around as Elvis now.
Well, literally, like he's so good, and I can't stop watching like interviews of him and just like watching back footage of Elvis and watching back footage of the Elvis movie and just being like, they're the same person.
Levi,
I spent 4 hours yesterday just watching comparison.
Really?
Because I saw it yesterday. And I was like, I'm so obsessed with looking at the real archival footage. Because the thing that I mean, I don't want to necessarily spoil it. I know it's hard to spoil because it's real life, but I'll just say this: almost the entire movie is Austin Butler, but the moment that you actually see really Elvis, I cried. I just cried. Like it killed me in the theater. And I'm inclined to agree with Dodge that there are movies that have come out recently that I've liked more than Elvis, but Elvis in the theater, it really just hits different. It hits different, and I don't know. I can't
like they did such an amazing job that it's one of those movies where I'm trying to convince everyone to see it in theaters because it's just one of those experiences that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life.
How many times have you seen it, Dodge?
3 times.
3 times.
I would go more. I would go more, but I'm visiting my grandparents right now, and they already had questions when I went for the 3rd time, and I just don't want to for my own.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I think it's. I don't think it'll be in theaters for too much longer, too. Right?
I think I already did research on it. Okay. So it's supposed to be leaving theaters the week of August 8th, and it's supposed to automatically go to streaming on HBO. So if you have an HBO subscription, you can watch it then. But I highly recommend
the Elvis ad.
Thank you,
Elvis ad.
I can't believe this Elvis ad. I can't believe this right now.
This is so random.
What do you mean? It's a bit. I planned it.
Bad. Like all my Star Wars friends are like, shut up. Like, talk about Star Wars. I'm just like, I can't.
Cinematic universe.
this is one of those things where like you just can't miss it in theaters.
Okay.
Without spoiling anything.
I'm convinced.
I guess I
believe
you.
The passion that has gone not only into this just bit, but this whole speech.
I was so excited about it that I was like, Dodge, I need you to come. Like I was tweeting about it yesterday on the official All New Nerds account.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I switched to my private account, and I was like, ooh, I gotta plan something because someone needs to hear us talk about Elvis because this movie it blew me away. Like I haven't stopped. Like, I haven't stopped thinking about it. It's
so good.
It's hard to talk about.
I'm not this way with movies. Like I love movies. I love going to the movie theaters. But like it takes like a certain movie to like be like, wow, like this is amazing. And I haven't had like I loved watching like Avengers Endgame and Avengers Infinity War in theater because I am a huge audience. Like I watched those movies. I watched Endgames 8 times in theaters because of just the audience reaction. Mm-hmm. But this is one of those movies where it's like it's not necessarily people aren't like screaming in the audience or anything like Endgame, but it's just one of those movies where like everyone is just kind of like in the moment that you're just kind of like I'm just flabbergasted. Like the whole time,
I think a quiet theater is better
like,
for like that's how you know it's a good movie.
And like the whole time like you're just seeing the actors and like there's oh my gosh it's so good with your emotions and it's just like you're just like up there like dancing and like
so you guys think like the best biopic on a
I think so.
I think
Absolutely.
So. Yeah. Like
Absolutely.
This Austin Butler is going to win Best Actor.
He better.
I will bet you $100 right now that Austin Butler is
it's
going
it's a Best Actor. You're on record now.
I will say
Dylan Gibbs, do you want to take that bet?
Wrong.
I think Daniel Kaluuya is going to win Best Actor.
How could I?
For Nope?
Yes.
No way, dude.
If we're talking about an Oscars, biopics
0%.
don't perform particularly well.
Have you seen Nope yet, Dodge?
No, but you're wrong. Because
it's a great movie too.
You have to see Elvis.
Okay, movie.
Because like even people that I know were like, I don't really want to see. I'm sorry.
No, I wanted this to happen. This is what I wanted.
Yeah, I didn't even know. You didn't tell us about this.
I don't think me, Johnny, and Dylan need convincing. We've just been busy. Like we've been talking.
No,
about
this is more to the general viewers as well.
Yeah.
But no, it has been a movie I've been very interested in from when it's been like trailers and all that stuff. I just literally have not had the time to go.
Like I have friends that are like film bros that are like, oh my gosh, like this movie didn't look that good, or like all this stuff, and like I didn't think it was that good. I'm gonna go see whatever movie for the 15th time. And I'm just like, bro, you need to trust me on this. And every single person, I've convinced 7 people to see Elvis.
I'm one of them.
And
it's
every single one texts me and goes, oh my god, what the hell? Like it just I can't even describe it.
I think you've won us over. I think you've won us over.
Good. All your listeners, listen to me. You need to watch Elvis too. And you need to
don't care about the Marvel, don't care about Star Wars.
We're just gonna call this like the Elvis ad.
I'm a big Marvel and Star Wars fan, but this is one of those movies where it's like
see what I wanted was Kevin Feige to walk out on stage and go in Secret Wars. Austin Butler as Elvis 3. Austin Butler as Elvis on Battle World.
Elvis 4.
Oh my god! I know. I'm like trying to like think about like, oh, how could they make a sequel for Elvis? Like, how are they gonna?
Right. Yeah. Well,
Elvis 2.
Like, how are they gonna?
I don't think you can quite do that one. What? Unless you're like brutalizing his name, but
Elvis 2, dude.
I mean, it's good. It's great.
I can't stress to you enough that my impression of Dodge before like coming on, all she's been posting is Elvis stuff.
Elvis. I love it.
For like the past month.
I'm sorry.
That's it.
I can't stop.
I mean, I love it because eventually I was like, I have to go see it now. Like just because it's clearly impacted her so much. I need to go see this movie, and it's got me. It's got me by the heart.
Like this is like it's very hard for me to get obsessed with something, and like this is how I was when I first got obsessed with The Mandalorian, and it was like the only thing I could post was Mandalorian. Like I just had to like everything. I was like, you need to watch The Mandalorian to everyone in my life, and this is one of those movies where I'm like, you got to watch it.
All right. I think you guys have won us over, and I hope the hearts and minds of the audience as well. So
good.
Okay,
thank you for that.
Is the Elvis bit done?
What to say? Thank you.
Sure.
I mean, I said it, and I said yesterday, and Dutch said I will drop everything to come on and talk about Elvis.
Everything.
And I took her up on the offer.
Okay, I guess you did.
I took her up.
We love. I will go see Elvis. I will go see Elvis.
Okay, good.
Well,
you let me know when after you see it.
I will. Okay. What did you? Are you interested by any of the Marvel things that came out this week?
Yes, I'm a huge Marvel fan. Bring back to topic, of course.
That's it.
What are you guys most excited for?
Daredevil. I'm a big Daredevil fan.
Oh, okay.
I think
I haven't
the
watched
Avengers movies probably.
That's probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Secret Invasion for me.
Here, let's take a peek.
That's your most hyped? Okay.
Quake. I'm excited for Quake.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Or Guardians Volume 3.
I think
there's a lot of things in there that like I could put in my number one.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to Guardians. Guardians have a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
I'm excited because I heard it's supposed to be focused on Rocket, and Rocket is one of those characters that is just so like such a good like how he was created and stuff is just such a good story. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that. That's probably, and I'm excited to see Yelena again in the very far future.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but I'm holding on to it.
Indeed,
so.
she was good. She's good in Hawkeye. One of the better parts of Hawkeye.
Loved her in Hawkeyes. Yeah, for real. Yeah.
I don't know. I anticipated entering the bit. I didn't really think of an exit strategy for the bit.
Well, it's okay. You guys should watch. I'll exit. I'll just say you guys should watch Elvis. GQ just got a new magazine. Has an interview of him talking about how he transformed into Elvis.
He did transform. Go see this movie.
He did transform.
Go
see this movie.
Elvis.
I've seen.
Go see Elvis.
I've like followed it on YouTube without watching the movie. Like I've seen like a ton of interviews.
Well,
good.
Go see it.
Good.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan without seeing the movie.
It's okay. Go see it. And if you can't see it in theaters, watch it on HBO. Start streaming on August 8th.
Gibbs, I know you like HBO. Watch it on HBO.
Can't wait to get the piece
I'm
gonna
watch it in
theaters
theaters.
Elvis head.
Thank you so much, Dodge.
Yeah,
we've been so busy. We've been talking about seeing it.
Bye, guys.
See you.
Okay, thank you, Dodge.
You want to tag anything?
Hey, Lady Lorian's Dodge.
Lady Lorian's
everywhere.
Dodge Roo everywhere.
Dodge-a-roo.
Watch Elvis.
Watch Elvis.
All the time. Okay. Bye.
Thank you, Dodge. Bye.
That is exactly what I wanted.
That was your bit.
I think that was a pretty good bit. I brought a whole other person lined up to talk about Elvis.
I didn't expect it. I'll give you props.
I had a whole other human lined up.
So I think we should save some stuff for the stream on Wednesday.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching
this
podcast. First official podcast with Gibbs as an owner.
With all four of us.
We're in the comments.
No more Three Musketeers. We're four.
Hope you liked our Marvel San Diego Comic-Con breakdown, and then the Elvis ad, of course.
There'll definitely be more on Wednesday. I don't know if all four of us will be here, but there will for sure be stuff on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for that, everybody, and we shall see you very, very soon. And
go see Elvis.
Thank you.
Bye.